today I thought I'm gonna be doing something a little different. So as some of you probably don't know, I like writing fan fiction. Yeah. And I did used to upload them on the internet, but I quit because, well, it just wasn't really working as good as I hoped, and it was a pain to upload them. So yeah. So usually I just did them in private. Like in fact, I made a little fan fiction series called Nicktoons Heroes and Nick. And well, the only problem with that was, it didn't really, I had a lot of ideas going on in my head. And I'm like, you know what? I really want to try a new story, and doing this at the same time with this is going to be hard. So I just canceled the series, and besides, no one's going to read it anyway. But today I decided I wanted to share, a certain fan fiction story that I worked on that was actually the first ever I did. However, this is not about the Nicktoons. This is actually about characters from a YouTube channel I actually like to watch, and obviously I brought them up a few times before in my videos. And this is, a little, Planet Dolan story I created. Yeah. Although it's not like the ones, that they've read on their own personal channel. Because, I am not the type of person who likes to make, dirty fan fiction and all that. So, yeah. And I got it right here on my iPad. And I'm going to read it, and do, a little review. And, in fact, and when I'm done, maybe you guys could, comment down below and tell me what you think. Okay, so I actually titled this fan fiction PD A Day at HQ, and, this is basically, just a little slice of life, fan fiction. Of, the characters, doing a little behind the scenes video, and, there's, a lot of funny stuff. And there's also a few other things I added, which I will explain, in a moment when I get to it. And also, the way I written it, I kind of made it like a script. So, here, I'll show you. So, and I know you can't, I don't know if you can, if I have it the right way. So, yeah, so it's basically written like a script and all. So, why don't I start? Okay, so the first title reads, static from a camera is shown. Then from POV, which stands for point of view, we get a clear view of a white cartoon guy in a blue sailor hat. This is Danger Dolan making a video. And considering I made this look like a script, there's obviously no, they said, in the sentence and all. So, yeah, okay, so the first line is read by Dolan, who says, "Are you ready? I hope you are, because I, Danger Dolan, am happy to announce the first ever Planet Dolan behind the scenes video." And then the next one says, "Suddenly the camera starts to tilt." And then Dolan says, "Gooby, keep the camera still." And of course, since this is my first fan fiction, I figured I'm going to explain what the characters look like. So, okay, so the sentence here says, his wife Gooby, a mermaid with blonde hair, long black dog ears, a green hat and top, Mickey Mouse gloves, and an orange and green tail is in her fishbowl filming him, but is trying to not drop the camera in the water because she's in her fishbowl. I already explained that. Okay, now a little something I kind of do want to add about Gooby in this fan fiction. So if you guys, I know for a fact she's mute and she can't really talk, but here's the thing. In the end of Doopy, which is a video on their second channel, Super Planet Dolan, which you should go check out, she says this language which is like meh 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 or me 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 me, however she said it. And I decided to just add that in. But I also did add some English translation, for, I guess, for, her to understand. So, I guess some of you understand. So, what she's saying here is, na 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 na. And the English translation is, sorry, hun, trying to keep the camera still. Yeah, and and I continue this. And then, okay, so next we got Dolan saying, right, well, anyways, so it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and well, I thought I'd introduce you to our siblings who come here every morning to have breakfast with us before going to work. And then we get this, just then the doorbell rang, and then Dolan says, oh, that must be them. Why don't I go answer it? And then it says, he walks to the door and opens it to show his brother and sister, Zaragamba and Ramona. Zaragamba looked like Dolan, but his skin was skin colored and he had a beard, but he didn't wear a hat or anything else. Yeah, I don't think I knew how to explain this guy. Whatever. I could have just said he looked like Dolan. Ramona was a female demon. She had black hair, horns, and she had red skin and tattoos. She wore what looked like armor. Well, the tattoos part, well, it said in the wiki page, so I just thought, why not? So I just thought, why not? They say she wears tattoos, then I'll just add that part. Yeah, okay. Okay, and now Dolan says, everyone, this is my mysterious brother Zaragamba and our sister Ramona. So, you guys got anything to say to the people at home for our YouTube channel, even if some of them who have been watching us for a while already know? Yeah, I believe some do. I bet if you're a PD fan, I bet you already know some of this stuff. I think, okay. Okay, so Zaragamba says, sure, so I'm one of the narrators for our videos, and I do a very good job at it. Yeah, I didn't know how to write. Didn't know what else for him to say. So, yeah. And then Ramona says, and I'm a writer, and I'm really good at it. Yep. That's what Ramona basically says. Well, okay, I think I kind of made them say the same exact thing, I think. Okay. Okay, now we got Dolan saying, okay, good. Why don't you guys go over there so I can finish? And then it says, Zaragamba and Ramona walk to the other side of the room. And then Dolan says, okay, so that was my brother and sister. So now, and then here's where another character, I believe y'all know, comes in. Which is, here's basically where Snoopy comes in and says, hey, aren't you forgetting somebody? The camera moved to show Gooby's sister Snoopy, who was also a mermaid. She had brown hair, short dog ears, a dog collar around her neck, a strapless green top, long fingerless gloves, and a tail. She was in a fishbowl as well with wheels. Yeah, I don't think I knew how to explain that, but hey. And then Dolan says, oh no, Snoopy, I didn't forget you. Everyone, this is Gooby's sister Snoopy. So, Snoopy, would you like to tell everyone what you do for a living? And I apologize if I may have gotten some stuff wrong, so please forgive me because I know barely anything. Well, I know some. It's just I guess the wiki page that I found it on, well, it was probably just a fan made page that I found and all, so yeah, okay. So Snoopy says, yes. So I do like some art, but just for myself. And also, I'm the oldest. You know what? Just say that she's just doing that to just prove that she's better than Gooby, because she's jealous of Gooby for being with Dolan. That's just a character arc I thought I added, because I don't know. I just like to be funny like that. I'm the oldest and way prettier than Gooby, and I'm also single. So to any of you single men out there, call me. And then Gooby Gooby says, na 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 na. English, and the English translation is, stop showing off, sis. You're just jealous that I'm with Dolan. And then Snoopy says, no, that's not true. And then Gooby says, na 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 na. Oh, English translation, oh really? Says the girl who's on a lot of dating apps. Yeah. Again, Snoopy then says, hey, it really helps us not having a boyfriend or husband. Oh boy. Okay, then Dolan walks in to stop their fight. And then Dolan says, okay, let's move on. Why don't we have breakfast and get the day started? Okay. And then once again, static is shown again, changing to a new scene where Dolan is in an office. And now we get to the part where we meet all the other characters. Okay, so Dolan says, okay, so after finishing breakfast, we are now here at the Planet Dolan HQ, where I will now introduce you to some of our employees, starting with our voice actors. So the first VA is, well, he's a bit of a jerk and doesn't follow by the rules, but does manage to get his work turned in. Also, his voice is very deep. I think you could all guess who we're starting with on this. Okay, and then Dolan walks over to what looks like Dolan walks over to what looked like a demon guy who was red. He had horns and a tail. He even had black hair, wore a leather jacket with a gray shirt and black pants and shoes. He even had a cigarette in his mouth as he was reading through a script. And then Dolan says, everyone, this is Hellbent. He walked up behind Hellbent, surprising him. Hey, Hellbent. And then Dolan says, hey, Hellbent. And then Hellbent looks over. But then Hellbent is like, huh? And then, this happens. Suddenly, with the cigarette still in his mouth, he starts coughing. And I just wrote Hellbent. And then, we got Hellbent like coughing. And then Dolan's like, uh-oh. He started patting him hard on the back until the demon stopped coughing. And then Hellbent says, what the hell, Dolan? Because, he says hell. Maybe get it because his name's Hellbent? I'm sorry, that was probably bad. Okay, and then Dolan said, what happened? And then Hellbent says, you made me smoke Genron. And then Dolan just says, sorry. And then Stag is shown, and we move to a new scene where Hellbent is sitting at his desk, and Dolan is standing right beside him. And then Dolan says, so as I said, Hellbent is a voice actor. He's narrated for a few of our videos, but he can be a bit of a jerk sometimes. Which is true. Oh, if you know what I mean. Well, I think in Super Planet Dolan he's more like that, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. But hey, he's still a funny guy. He's still funny. Honey, I'm like, and then Hellbent says, what? What do you mean? And then Dolan says, what I mean is the stuff you stole bullied some of our employees, and I can't even count how many times you set off the smoke alarm and made the sprinklers go off. I bet a lot of us can think about that happening. I mean, come on. You'll either see him, do that. Maybe if he ever did, I think he would do that sometimes, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, and okay, and then Hellbent says, oh come on, that was one effing time. Yep, I added curse words in this, but they're censored. So I just added the first letter, and then everything else just censored because I don't swear. So it's just F and I don't know anything else. And then Dolan says, yeah, like what you did at that office party for me and Gooby's engagement. Like, as they were about to bring out the cake, it was completely ruined. And then Hellbent says, whatever. And here's one of the things I actually added that may not be canon, but hey, come on, I'm just gonna add it, so here it is, okay. And then, so here Dolan says, but besides him, he also has a child who is way worse than him. And she comes in once every week. And she'll prank everyone. It's annoying. She is such a little bee. Yep, that's right. Now I bet yep, that's right. Now I bet a lot of you are wondering, wait, Sumner, Hellbent doesn't have a kid. I'm like, well, there's a video on Super Planet Dolan called Dropping Things and They're Just Gone. She appears in that. And that was actually the first video I watched by them. Well, one of them. And I tell you, it was kind of weird in my opinion. I mean, and all. So, yeah. Okay, so, I don't know if maybe I already read this, but I'm gonna just go on because I lost it. Okay. Okay, so Hellbent says, Dolan, what did you say about my daughter? Yep. Dolan, and here's where his daughter, who I actually did in fact give a name and personality. And here's to let you guys in. I named her Hella, and well, her personality is, well, she's a spoiled brat. And the reason why I did that is because, I mean, the way Hellbent acts in, videos, I just thought, you know what, he obviously would want to consider himself a cool dad and, would always, find his, and, would just, like, spoil his daughter and, like, never say no or do anything, which is, in fact, explained in this story. And also, yeah, so. Okay, and so Hella says, Daddy! That's my best impression of her, by the way. Like it? And then Hellbent says, and here she comes now. Suddenly the door barged open, where an 8-year-old demon girl walked in. Just like Hellbent, she was red with horns and a tail. She had short black hair and wore a purple dress and black shoes, and she had a lollipop in her mouth. Yeah, because, well, another thing I want to add is because, well, since Hellbent likes smoking cigarettes, I thought, you know what, kids like candy, so, maybe once in a while she could have a lollipop, in her mouth. Okay, Hellbent says, hi, sweetheart, what can I help you with? Daddy, and then Hella says, Daddy, I found this new hat that I want to wear at Skyla's party. She handed a picture to him. Okay, and then Hellbent says, okay, I'll get it. And then Dolan says, Dolan looked over at the picture and saw the price. And then Dolan says, what? But that hat costs like $100, I think is what I said. I think is how I typed it. Here. Please tell me I spelled this right. I think. Please tell me this is right. I don't know how many dollars I wrote in this. Okay. Hellbent, you can't spend that much money. Yeah, he can. And because he's my daddy and he'll give me whatever I want. So don't be so rude, stupid Dolan. Yeah, and she also gives, each member a name, which you will see here. Okay. And then Dolan says, I am not stupid. Then Hella says, yeah, you are. And besides, no one can say no to me. Then she walked out, but not before walking back in and blowing a raspberry at Dolan with the cherry-flavored lollipop in her hand. And then she says, I'm gonna go prank the nerdy fox if you need me. Yep. Okay. Okay, and then Dolan says, oh yeah, just making sure, okay. And then Dolan says, and this is the problem I have with her, like, Hellbent never says no to her, he never punishes her, or even grounds her. He just lets her get away with it, and I don't know why. And you'll find out why. Okay, and then Hellbent says, I already told you, Dolan, it's because of what her mother did to me. Which to you viewers, don't tell her. Her mom left me after she was born. Yeah, and by the way, her mother is clearly unknown, which is actually going to be said here. In fact, here. Okay, and then Dolan says, and instead of telling her the truth, you tell her that her mom was a psycho and couldn't be near children. And then Hellbent says, hey, if I can't tell her what happened, then what do you want me to say? That Pandora was her mom all along? And then Dolan says, gee, no wonder Pandora broke up with you. Yep. Okay, next we move to a new scene where Dolan is at another office. Okay, so Dolan says, now we take you to meet one of our smartest employees ever. Hey, Melissa. A purple bird girl in modern day clothes walks in. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything to say for this part, yeah. And then Melissa says, oh, hey, Dolan, doing your behind the scenes video, I see? And then Dolan says, why yes, this is Melissa. She is also a voice actor for Planet Dolan. She's even good at it, and she's good at telling some interesting facts about life. Yeah, reference to like, you know, their series on their other channel. Okay. And then just then an undead elf man in armor walked in. He was gray, had long white hair with green streaks at the bottom. Okay, and here's where Nixium comes in. Okay, so Nixium says, hey Melissa, I got those papers you asked for. Then Melissa says, oh, thanks Nixium. You're really F. Yeah, I included Melissa having a crush on Nixium because I remember seeing that in a video, and there's fan art of them somewhere, and I just thought, you know what, if this is a thing, then I'm just going to add it in. And okay, and then Nixium says, what's wrong? Then Dolan says, yeah Melissa, your face is all red. Then Melissa says, I gotta go. And Melissa ran out of the room, leaving Nixium confused. And then Dolan says, okay, so it seems Melissa has chickened out. Haha, get it? Chickened out? Yeah, I get it, because she's a bird. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I'll just introduce you to one of our other narrators, Nixium. And Nixium says, hi, I really don't know what got into Melissa there, but hey, at least I'm here. And Dolan says, right, so Nix, which obviously they probably don't call him that for short, but hey, I just thought, why not? Why don't you tell us something about yourself? Nixium says, right, so I'm the Lord of Death, or it should be Lord of the Dead? I don't know, I got confused, so I just wrote Lord of Death. Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh. Okay, Lord of Death, and I have the power of bringing people back to life. And then Dolan says, right, yeah, and then Nixium says, and last week Hellbent's daughter put pretty hair clips in my hair, and she put so many of them in that it took me 24 hours to get them out. Yep. And then Dolan says, okay, moving on. Alright, okay. In another room, a human girl with blonde hair styled in a ponytail with a white bow top and black skirt with flowers was looking at a script. Okay, so Dolan says, so now I'd like to introduce you to a very nice girl, well, two, that some of you always get her confused with my Gooby, which is true, by the way. Well, here she is. Hi, Doopy. And then Doopy says, oh, hey, Dolan. And then Dolan says, so what are you working on now? And Doopy says, well, I'm helping Paprika study the script. Yeah, this was apparently at the time when Paprika, joined, the team. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I guess I'll include her, considering she's a talkative character. I mean, half of the PD crew isn't really talkative, but don't worry, some of them do have lines in this, so yeah. Okay, then it says, just then a short girl with long brown hair and an oversized green sweater came in. Okay, then so here we got Paprika, and here she says, that's right, but her little animal friend Pecan, I don't know how to pronounce it, so sorry, keeps interrupting. And yes, another thing I like to say, so I know for a fact, maybe, I'm like, Sumner, why are Doopy and Pecan, however you say it, doing in the same world. Well, here, I just thought of this idea. Well, you see, Doopy still often appears in Planet Dolan, but not on Super Planet Dolan, because, if you watch the end of Doopy, you probably know what happened. And I know what happened, and everyone was kind of confused, but hey, that's kind of it. So, but my idea is basically, well, she often just visits, I guess, Planet Dolan every now and then again, and usually if she can't come in, then Pecan, has to take over. That's my idea. That's just my idea, if you know what I mean. Okay, where was I? Okay, just then a brown cat girl, which I think she's not a cat. I am so sorry. It's never been confirmed what the heck she is. So I just said cat. I'm like, what? So I'm so sorry. I wasn't being lazy. It's just, I guess I kind of got it wrong. So I just said cat. Okay, wearing a sailor shirt and blue skirt came in. Then Pecan says, hey everyone. Ooh, is that a camera? That's my best impression of her, by the way. You like that? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then Dolan says, yes, we are making the Planet Dolan behind the scenes video. Then Pecan says, ooh, that's so cool. And then Dolan says, so Doopy, Paprika, why don't you tell us a little about yourself? Okay. And Doopy says, sure. Paprika, why don't you go first? And then Paprika says, although, come to think of it, I know she's voiced by, I don't know, like another Planet Dolan employee, but that's not actually new, but it's been working for a long time. Yeah, there was kind of like, I don't know, some people in the comments talking about some new people. I'm like a new artist that's probably not new, so I apologize for that. Because I don't know, some people were just saying they were new. Ugh, whatever. Okay, right, okay, so Paprika says, okay, so some of you may not know me, but know me because I'm new to the PD crew. I joined back in March. I was the first to make a video about myself for the main channel. Yeah, I also made this at the time when they first, showed, those when they started making like little story time videos of where a new member or someone from the team, someone from the crew would make a story time video about themselves, like something that happened to them in their life. I really like those, by the way. Those are really cool. Okay, so I'm new to the PD crew. I joined back in March, which probably not true. And I was the first to make a video about myself for the main channel. Yeah, sorry, I kind of lost my spot and I had to restart. Okay. But on my first day here, this little demon girl came up to me and called me short and even said I was a kid. And then Pecan says, yeah, I know. That mean Apple Man's daughter is so rude and I don't know why he doesn't do anything about it. And then Doopy says one of the best things you probably would ever hear her say, and probably something you think she would obviously say. And then she says, because Hellbent is a lazy F who doesn't give an S about his daughter's actions and thinks he's a cool dad for giving her whatever she wants. And then Dylan says, okay, maybe we should change the subject. And then Pecan gets closer to the camera. And Pecan says, hey, quick question. What does this button on the camera do? And then Dolan's like, well, don't touch it. It says, well, but I think I was supposed to write, wait, don't touch it. Touch it because but then Pecan pushes the button and says, like this? And Dolan's like, wait, don't. Then too late. The screen showed nothing but static. Then Pecan says, oops. Okay, so they get the camera fixed. Okay, so after getting the camera fixed, the screen was back to normal and Dolan was now in another room. And then Dolan says, is it working? Okay, so let's continue. Our last voice actor is a really cool guy and he's named after Pringle chips. Why don't we go meet Pringle? Darn it. Okay. Go meet Pringle. Okay, he walked over to where an orange preacher with a square head and was wearing a hat. He was standing looking nervous. And Dylan says, hey Pringle, what's hanging? And Pringle's like, oh, nothing much. Dylan. And then Dylan's like, why do you look so nervous? Then Pringle whispers, it's that evil Hella. Oh. And Dylan's like, what? Oh, come on. What did she do to you this time? And then Pringle says, I think she wants revenge on me for pranking her back. And then Dylan's like, you pranked her back? What did you do? And then Pringle's like, well, remember when I dumped Pringle chip crumbs in the break room? And then Dylan's Dolan says, yes. Then Pringle says, well, I got her back by replacing her cutting hair dolls with some different dolls whose hair is uncuttable and are actually glue, which is probably not true. Again, I didn't know what was uncuttable, so I just thought, you know what? Glue is sticky. Well, I'll go with that. And then Dylan's like, or Pringle, and then Pringle's like, what? And then he turns around and saw right behind him was Hella. And then Hella says, hello, what do they call you? Oh yeah, Pringle the loser? Which is not true, by the way. Yeah. Which, again, nickname, calling them nicknames. And then Pringle says, it's Pringle the one! Yep. Then Hella says, yeah, whatever. You still owe Daddy $5 for my dolls. And Pringle's like, oh, yeah, thanks. And Hella's like, no problem. Always there to help a co-worker of Daddy's. And by the way, you're dead. Like the pointy-eared elf. Bye! Hella then walked away. Then Pringle was like, see? Then Dolan says, yeah, I think you should go hide in your office. Pringle, yeah, I'll go. And then Pringle's like, yeah, I'll go do that. Then Pringle runs off. And Dolan's like, poor guy. Okay, then we move to a new scene where Dolan's in a different room, okay? And I probably already wrote that. But hey, I mean, I didn't know what to do. Okay. Then Dolan says, well, now that you've met all of our voice actors, I think it's time you met our artists, because you can't have a Planet Dolan video without talented artists, right? So here we got Ghost Toast. A small ghost creature with toast on his head came up. Then Ghost Toast says, hi everyone. And then, then Dolan's like, and we got Froggy, okay, a human girl with green hair in 2 ponytails was wearing a fast food worker's uniform came up. Then Froggy's like, hi, I'm Froggy. Would you like some fries with that? Yeah, that's my voice of her. You like it? You like it? Well, just my impression, obviously. Also, do you guys get it? Because her name is Froggy with fries? I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop again. That was bad. And then Dylan's like, and we even got Sweet Commando. Okay, a yellow cartoon guy in an army uniform came up. Then Sweet Commando just says hi. Then Dolan says, we even got Honeybit, Spinal Palm, Princess Proton, Animations, and our newest artist, who's obviously not new. Made a mistake. He started the same month as Paprika Lost Fox, who was not new. Obviously, he wasn't new when people were just, I remember when I was watching the first video she narrated, I read through the comments and saying, I like the new artist. I'm like, obviously it was a mistake, so I do apologize for that. Fox. So, anything you guys like to say? Okay, so Spinal Palm says, yes, please keep watching us. Then Honeybit says, to see more of our art. And then Princess Proton and Animations both say, we're really good. Lost Fox says, and check out my DeviantArt, because I discovered he had a DeviantArt. Like, actually, half of the PD crew has DeviantArt. Like, really, did you not know that? I sure did, because, I mean, I've stumbled upon some of it whenever I look up art and all, so, yeah. And then Froggy says, and follow me everywhere on social media. Yeah, I portrayed her as one of those girls, who's totally crazy. And then Sweet Commando says, Froggy, stop hogging the camera. Okay, now we move to another room. Okay, Dolan says, and last but not least, you can't make a video without editors, right? So here I got with me 2 of the most hardworking editors, Silver Spider and Sidious. I know there's more, but those 2 seem to be the most popular, so yeah. A gray guy with glasses came up. Okay, then Silver Spider says, hey Dolan. Then I was like, hey, where's Sid? And then Silver Spider says, well, he's having some trouble right now with, and Sidious is like, come on. Okay, then an orange fox in knight armor came out. Only his armor was covered in what looked like jelly. And then Dolan, Then Dolan says, wow, Sid, what happened to you? Then Sidious says, well, what I believe was an annoying little demon who decided to spread jelly all over my armor. This is going to take weeks to clean. Yeah, and then I was like, how did she get it on you? Then Sidious says, probably when I took the minute nap on my desk. Then Dolan's like, don't worry, I'm sure it will be all good. And then just then Hella came out from the hall. And here we got another funny Hella line, which is, hey, Nerdy Fox, you know, strawberry is really your color, if you know what I mean. Sidious. And then Sidious says, I am so going to get her for this. Yes. Okay, so we're on to the last scene of the story. And basically in this scene, Dolan talks about a character who I believe some of you may have forgotten about, or maybe has somehow flown into your mind, I guess. Okay. Move to a new scene with Dolan in his own office, sitting on his desk. Now Dolan says, well, now that we've introduced you to some of our crew, I figured I'd talk about another who hasn't been here in a few years, and some of you may know her. She's a good friend of mine and a lovely assistant, but she hasn't talked to me or anyone else here, and we keep getting questions if we know where she is, which we don't, so stop asking us. So this person is, well, let me tell you about her. Then Dolan takes out a picture of a pink cat in a pink dress. Yeah, I think you all know where this is going. Then Dolan says, this is Shima. She disappeared back in 2016. Still haven't heard from her, but we know she's safe. She's just maybe going through some things, but we hope to hear from her again, but we don't know when. Then suddenly Dolan started to get all teary-eyed. Dolan, and just talking about her makes me miss her even more. He then started to burst into tears. Gooby came up to comfort her husband. Then Gooby says, "Nah, nah, nah," which is, oh, Dolan boo. That's just a name I thought she would give him. I mean, what do you guys think? You like that? Huh? And then Dolan says, why must they all go, Gooby? Then Gooby says, nah, 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 nah. And then and in English that is, they just do, sweetie. Then Dolan's like, that's it, I'm done, turn off the camera. Then static is shown on the camera, and once again, then it turns off to show. Then it turns off to show nothing but darkness. And that's it. That's the story. So what'd you guys think? I actually liked it. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.